for spread. But tell them Babsy, we get the new talk for spread. We get the new talk for spread. The new talk for spread. Yo, Babsy, want to tell them something? Bumba red. The lyrics are come out of me head. Bumba red. Hey, Babsy, you're redder than red. Bumba red. Well, enough of them, they must have misled. Bumba red.
Yes, everybody, I know I've been gone for a hot minute, but you know what? I had some things to deal with, some personal things. I'm going through menopause and these kind of things. Oh, I shouldn't say that because people might get upset over this kind of stuff. But I will say, first, my shirt, if you can. If my bubbies are like big. But this is Team Bunny from Bunny Creations. Actually, she made my earrings for today as well. If you have not seen Bunny's custom creations, her ad is on my website, strictlybabsy.com, as well as I've been promoting her stuff on my fan page. She gave me that Bling Dog case from my phone, and everybody's been running me down. You can't get that because it's custom, but she can sort you out and give you some other things. Let me get into this quickly, okay? I just want to say rest in peace to Whitney Houston. I don't really want to talk about this too much because everybody else is killing it and I do my own thing, but I know it must be hard for her family to deal with. But what I will say is that I think people are unfair to Bobby Brown in the fact that while she did drugs and she was all this, Bobby Brown actually got introduced to drugs by Whitney Houston. I'm telling you that. That's been known and documented. Like, don't argue. Whitney Houston is who brought Bobby Brown into the drug world. I mean, Bobby Brown kind of gave her a safe haven to do it, but she is who taught Bobby Brown about them heavy drugs. Because trust me, Bobby Brown ain't had no money for them big drugs. He was smoking a little too pot. Might have dipped it in some fucking pooch shite. But I'm telling you now, that hard shit, he didn't know nothing about that. Whitney Houston come and show he about that here. And rest in peace to Don Cornelius. And, you know, my condolences to his family as well. So, you know, the Grammys was the other day, right? Ain't no Nicki Minaj. I ain't talking about that. Cause you see when you start burning out churches and popes and this and that, I got Obia people on my ass and I frightened for all them they did there. So I ain't talking about that, but Nicki Minaj, good luck to you, boo boo. I tell you about that. And speaking about them they did there, you understand Rihanna did the Willy Bounce on the Grammys for about 5.2 seconds. And it seems as though the backwards Jamaicans have a real fucking problem with this because they said that they invented the dance and Rihanna shouldn't be doing it because it's a Jamaican dance. Now, I've never in my entire lifetime existence of being on planet Earth heard an American person tell a non-American not to Roger Rabbit or Running Man or Cabbage Patch or anyone, Dougie. Like, why would a Jamaican person be cussing a Bajan person for doing the Willy Bounce? Is what I don't know what to say to these kinds of things. All I will tell you is, Rihanna, next time go and give Rick the Jones and Walk Up move and put Barbados on the map, because if the rest of these people are having problems because being recognized for something, then you know what, just recognize your own and stick to your own people, because I don't see why these people in Jamaica cussing and Jamaicans all over the world cussing that Rihanna did a Willy Bounce for 5.81 seconds. I don't get it. Anyhow, congratulations to Adele as well. Yesterday I watched Machel Monday, and I'm gonna say this quickly because you know what, people are gonna get vexed. So when you get vexed, I gotta go through it fast so you don't really, feel these sting as hard. I watched Machel perform for almost 4 hours yesterday, and I wanted to say this: there is a reason why Machel makes the money that he makes, and he has proven it time and time again why he gets paid the amount of money he gets paid. Now, there's no band on earth right now that can touch HD. I don't care what soca mafia talk you're talking about. All these things need to stop. Really and truly, talent speaks for itself. Machel in HD, Kes and his band, Bungie and the Asylum, they are like here in band world, like A++. Now, Barbados got some bands, but this is the problem that Barbados has with their bands. Many of their band members are aging, their belly touching their fucking kneecap, and they're old. And really and truly, you're never going to get young people coming out to see an old man with a big belly, and he's probably the same age as their father. So realistically, what Barbados needs to do is stop stifling the youth who are trying to come out and do positive things, and let people come out so that we can recycle our talent. As I said the other day, every single year there's a breakout artist in Trinidad. This year is Irfan Alvaz. He's 21. You understand? K.I. now win the Chutney Monarch. He's the youngest Chutney Monarch winner ever. Like, you have to start pushing the youth for music in Barbados. If you don't, you're just going to have All ass motherfuckers on stage singing now. I ain't cussing nobody because I got family in bands in Barbados and thing. But I ain't want to call no names because everybody just be talking about this suing thing in Barbados all of a sudden like they fucking backwards. But I just think that y'all need to start thinking about the bad, like what how you're gonna recycle basically your culture, because right now it's not being recycled, and I don't think Little Rick is gonna be able to jump on a stage at 70 and draw in 19-year-old people to come and see him. I off that. So Barbados, some stuff has been going on, and I wanted to talk about that because really and truly, a lot of people have, like, I've had a lot of heartfelt letters and emails over the past couple of weeks, and I can't address all of them, but I'm going to try and start somewhere. So the first thing is the fact that Richard Arthur, who's Owen Arthur's brother, and Michael Holder were detained by police and arrested and put in jail because they have ammunition and they have licensed guns in Barbados. Now, all I want to say is to David Welch and to Dotton and these motherfuckers up in them big office in Barbados, you fucking doing cunt. Because it's not Richard Arthur sitting on the buddy pine bus shooting a buddy in the head and killing him on a bus, you know. Richard Arthur is the ex-prime minister of Barbados' brother. Why the fuck would he not be strapped? My ass is. You think I walk around Barbados with no gun? Check again, go dig up my board house in Diamond Corner and go see my big gun boat there. Because I can kill them first before they kill me. Now, I ain't going in a store and kill nobody. But if they fucks with me, I will kill them first. Give me 25 years, I will take the bullying from Bertha and come out as a big woman. But I will still have my life. Because they're not going to kill me and make my mother and father cry over me at no damn funeral. I will kill their ass first. But realistically, I'm saying this. The gun problem in Barbados is not Michael Holder and Richard Arthur and the Barbados Rifle Association that was founded in 1904. Like, you're going and bothering innocent people. Do you think that this is going to be beneficial to your society? I don't understand this. Because really and truly, Richard Arthur and Michael Holder are not shooting, they're not on street corner killing people. And their guns are licensed and registered to licensed and registered gun users. 99.9% of the people who get killed in Barbados by unlicensed illegal guns. The only one that got killed with a registered gun was a white man who killed his son, killed himself the other day, and he all decided to give him community fucking service because he white. Because I realize in Barbados, when you're white, you get away with murder. Because I don't know why Rihanna smoking a spliff in Hawaii is news, but the fact that Busy Williams bitch slapped his wife, Shelly Williams, the other day, didn't make the fucking front page. What, white people can't get scandal in Barbados? Now, mind you, I know that Busy Williams is one of part of the powers that be in Barbados, and you can't talk about these people apparently. And apparently, Shelly Williams does deserve a real bitch slap at the end of the day. However, I feel that Bajans does hide shit for white people in Barbados. Why is it that when I look around in Barbados, all the CEOs in these big places are white people? Barbados is what? Didn't Sluggy Rank say 95% black and 5% white? Are you kidding me? And white people still run Barbados and slavery was abolished since when? Come on, man. Realistically, police, go and shake up who need to get shake up. Leave the Arthurs alone. Leave Michael Holder. Leave the Barbados Rifle Association. These people have nothing to do with your goddamn problems. You need to go get Chaka Chaka from Street Corner and go arrest him. And stop fucking dealing with them people and let these people go around terrorizing Barbados. Because these Barbados Rifle Association people are not harassing and terrorizing nobody. I don't understand that. And the next thing about Bajan police. And I ain't cussing you police because remember Whole Town and District A and all these people like me. But I gotta speak the truth. I don't hide and talk. Before y'all go shaking up these people in Barbados Rifle Association, you need to go and get first aid training. Because I don't understand why you got a man that has 90% of his body burnt from a fire, but you standing up there taking a statement from him. Anybody in any nation on the world would know that when a person is burnt, you have to get them to the hospital immediately. And I know that it is the lack of first aid training that Bajan police and West Indian police at that have. They do not get first aid training. I don't understand. And it's just like, what is the point of having a police officer who's going to be first at the scene that can't help you? Because you know, the other day now, a friend of mine from the fan page, her uncle died. And when I say uncle, it's just a term. The man was 28 years old. The man dead because he called an ambulance when he was having an asthma attack, and the two ambulances that the hospital got were out on the street and couldn't pick him up. Now, What I don't understand is I see some motherfucking MPs in Barbados driving some heavy, tough 5 Series Beamers and got all kind of big things, and you're telling me that you don't have enough ambulance in Barbados to save somebody from dying from asthma? Are you kidding me? And then you want to go and proclaim to be first world nation and use this and use that, and people dying from asthma? People that died from asthma in 2012? Are you kidding? Look, listen. What you need to do is go and get first aid training for your police officers, Barbados. Take the money out of these MPs that are bullying young children and importing their ass from Mexico to bull them and work as slaves in their house. We can talk about that another day. And make sure that you know that these police, because it's not that the police in Barbados don't want to help, it's just that they're not trained properly. That's all I'm going to say on that. Anyways, I'm going to say the birthday shout-outs because it's Valentine's Day, so you know what? I want to say happy birthday to Folianne Tate, Steely Bashment, Latoya Alls, and this is for today. And what's another next name? Mad Lunatic. And then the next day is tomorrow, which is going to be Casper D. Dancehall. But Casper Bless has had a few birthdays. I think you're tricking me, you know. Creeper at Walk, DMG Promo Team, Super Links, Shanette J, Ricardo Leons, Ebony Wants, and Sophia Trotman. And all I will say, people, is this before I go. Do not let this Valentine's Day thing run you in a ditch. You see, I Love Bunny Custom Creations. That is a rascal woman. You better go and try and like who fucking like you. You're fretting over man and you're fretting over these things that are never really going to get you anywhere at the end of the day. I don't understand why. And if you can and you're in Barbados, pick up the Heat newspaper because I'm in the Heat. You know what? They gotta put me up in there. It's time that they start putting me more international because you know I got about 10,000 followers on Twitter, and somebody kindly put it that I'm the 3rd most followed Bajan in the world. So you know what? Thank you for giving me that title, 3rd. I want to pass Rihanna and also Chantal Lane. Anyways, some people got talk from me lately, so this dub plate, Mr. Easy, explain to them what's going on, and I'm gonna see you guys soon. All right, later.
Rocco.
Woo! You done know so the Mr. Easy represent Bobsy's blog. Yeah, Bobsy. So easy, you know. No boy could not this Bobsy blog no day, cause him could not get away. Anyway, Bobsy see them boy they a plague, the whole of them a get spray. But anybody test Bobsy after hours just get murder. Laugh and smile, now Bobsy blog style. We know the flex, we know the score. We are ready for whatever. Laugh and smile, now Bobsy blog style. Yo, Mr. Easy keeping it breezy. Yeah, you don't know it's all about Toronto, Canada. Just like that Barbados. I want to them, Mr. Easy. Mother Road, we say, no Gladder Road, musically mad.